Hi everyone, Kathy here. I have a new alternate project, the first one using the April 2017 paper pumpkin kit. Today's share is a swan card, and I just have a couple of stills to share with you before we begin. And I hope everyone's received their kit, and I hope everyone is actually enjoying their kit or liking their kit. Let me know what you think. All right, we're going to start with the geometric heart shape, and what we're going to do is cut down the middle. And what I was trying to do here was cut it down so that the resist is on the one side. And I somewhat did it, and then I ended up using the wrong piece. So that just totally defeated the purpose, but I'm just going to go through with or continue with the project. It isn't a big thing. And what we're doing here is on the one side of the heart, we're going to trim out the swan neck and head. I know it's kind of hard to see on screen, but basically just follow the resist line, slice it down, and then for the body, we're going to use the other side and just kind of angle the head the way you like it, and then snip off the excess. All right, we're going to be using the free gift, and believe me, I really wanted to use something else. I didn't want to use these pencil crayons, but I decided to follow through with the kit as it is somewhat intended, and just to show you the pencil crayons and how they work. I would have preferred using the Stampin' Write markers, just to let you know. But we'll continue with these pencil crayons, and what I did here is use the Melon Mambo on the outside, and I just kind of messed up there, so I used an eraser just to remove it. I used I used the Melon Mambo on the outside, and then the piece that you saw I left blank. I used the Rich Razzleberry and the blue. But because I'm not really familiar with these pencils, so I didn't really use them that much, I went a little light and a little bit too light. And I know Rich Razzleberry is a very dark color, so I did go a little too light when I did color it in. So I figured I would just put a very light layer down first, and once you water it down, you can't erase it anymore. The Melon Mambo is a really nice, rich, bright color, which makes me happy. And the outside is going to be the Melon Mambo. And then once you see me color in the center part, and my goal here was to give you that somewhat illusion of the wing for the swan. And once I started coloring it, I realized that I went a little light, even though I was afraid that Rich Razzleberry is a dark color, but I laid the color down a little too light, a little too sparse. But that's okay. At least you can now see what I'm trying to achieve here. And once I finish that, I'm going to dry the project, and then we can lay down more color. So the whole process for the pieces here, I did color it 3 times to get it the way I wanted. Because I didn't want to outright at the beginning just, draw heavy and to get that final look that I was looking for. So I think this was the right way to go about it, but it is a little bit of a longer process. For that center wing part, I decided to skip the Rich Razzleberry. I can't say that word today. And just going to use the Melon Mambo and just going to press a little harder because it is a very vibrant color. And then we'll press harder on the blue. So this is the second layer that we're going to lay down. And then the Melon Mambo outside area of that body, we're going to use the Rich Razzleberry to create a little bit of highlights in those sections. That is looking more like it to me, just to enhance the wing section there. And here I am just shading just part of the corner of the Melon Mambo sections with the Rich Razzleberry, and that way it gives it some highlights. And I just threw a little bit in the blue sections with the Rich Razzleberry. So here is the part where I'm watering down the corners of the Melon Mambo with the Rich Razzleberry to give it some definition. And I am liking this a lot more. I'm just going to let it dry. I did glue the head to the body first, and because I was still on the fence if I needed to give it one more layer. And while I was putting the card layout together, I decided that I was going to do one more layer of color. Just drawing that one more time. And then I'm just going to glue that. I would have liked the head to be just a teeny bit more angled to the left, because I think, or I kind of feel that it was a bit too straight. Oh well. Okay, so for the eye, I just gingerly used the black Stampin' Write marker and put a dot there, and then later on I did get my white pigment Signo marker and fought with it for a little bit, and then just did the best dot I could on the black part of the eyeball there. Here's where I decided that I'm going to give it one more layer, and I'm sorry I didn't zoom in. But basically it's the same thing, but I am pressing a little bit harder. And I'm using the Melon Mambo throughout the wing section only, and then and the blue, so I am pressing a lot harder. And then I'm using the Rich Razzleberry right at the corner there of the blue sections, just to give it a bit of highlights. And hopefully you can actually see that, or that wing pops out, that illusion of the wing. I guess that's what I'm trying to do, is suggest the wing. And if you hear the thumping in the background, that's my cats. They are kind of big and they're noisy. I was thinking of making a blue one, like just all blue with blue highlights using the Rich Razzleberry, but because we only have 4 hearts, I decided I'm just going to conserve and hold back. But maybe if I don't come up with any other ideas, then I may just create a blue swan. All right, so we're just doing one more highlighting in the Melon Mambo outside areas of the body. It looks like I'm actually using the Melon Mambo this time. Now we're on to the tag, because I'm happy with the look of the swan. And the banner there is from the kit. And then what I did was just stamped out each word, and I fussy cut them out, and then I popped it up with some dimensionals. For this flower, I just took 2 green leaves and stuck it on a piece of cardstock and just cut it out because it's a sticker. And then I just glued them together and glued the one flower over top. Moving on to the card layout, that strip there is the washi tape. Because it's a bit see-through, I did put it on a piece of cardstock and just kind of cut it in half and left a bit of white so I can glue it down on the Melon Mambo piece there, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I glued that washi tape piece about 1/4 inch in. The black panel is from the kit, and that's cut at 4 inches. And we'll just place that sentiment on the top left side. And we're also going to raise the swan with some foam tape. And the flower, we're going to place it on the swan. And with much deliberation, I've decided that I was going to put it right about there. And just hang on to it for a little bit until it dries. In the center of that flower, I did put a yellow enamel dot there too. And these ones here are from the Brights. It looks a bit coral, but I'm guessing it is Melon Mambo because it's from the Brights. Anyway, they work pretty good. And here's the top folding card in Whisper White, 4 1/4 by 11, score at 5 1/2. That's our tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I have inspired you in using your paper pumpkin kit in alternate ways. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.